welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of August 7th through to the 13th. Now, this week we start the week off with the third quarter phase of the moon. The moon is now losing light, right? We've come off that beautiful super full moon in Aquarius last week, and we are now kind of losing light to the new moon in Leo on the 16th. So it's kind of this time now we're moving into the dark time of the moon. And as we're losing light, we're starting to lose momentum. We're starting to lose energy and we're wanting to rest more, but it's Leo season. So we don't want to miss out on all the fun things that might be happening around us. If you want a good time, hook up with a Leo. I mean, hook up meaning friendship or, on the party bandwagon, not necessarily hook up. But anyways, I digress. So on Monday, August 7th, we start off on the third quarter phase of the moon in Aries. So we are going to be fiery. This is going to help us get some things done this week, kind of the start of the week anyways. But we've got a few challenges coming up this week and also some really lovely aspects. On Tuesday, we don't have any major aspects happening on Tuesday, August 8th, but I did notice the moon is going to be making some transits throughout the day that are indicating energies for overdoing it, trying to please others. This is going to be this wonderful Venus energy coming up here to Venus retrograde in Leo, is where you feel like you've got to overdo, please help others to have a safe place in the world, or you have patterns in which that you're just doing and doing and doing for others because you love supporting, and receiving is hard because you're always in giving mode, and that's not sustainable, right? So on this day, Tuesday, August 8th, we might feel we are taking on too many things because we feel super buoyant and we might have a lot of energy, but just being careful not to overcommit and really delaying the yes, I think is going to help you in this day. All right, Wednesday, August 9th, we have Venus retrograde square to Uranus. Now, this has been in play since the super full moon, and it's going to be in play for a little while because Venus is retrograde kind of slow and Uranus is very slow right now. And this aspect is going to shake up relationships and desires and bring to the surface what really isn't aligned with your values anymore. This is really decisions are going to have to be made with regards to what kind of relationships you have in your life. What do you do for pleasure? What are you calling in for reflections of you that make you feel good about yourself or not feel good about yourself? And there's going to be sudden changes in relationships and things that you like. One minute you like it, one minute you don't. And I had a client the other day. She's like, one minute I like the thing, and the next minute I don't. And I was like, well, the partner you call in is going to actually like that. It's going to feel like that keeps things fresh, and it will have patience for that. It's okay that you don't like something all the time. You're meant to change. Some people don't change that fast and others do, and that's okay, right? It's that if you're expecting other people to keep up with your changes, now that's another story, right? So as we also on this day, August 9th, we have Mercury trine to Jupiter. This is big ideas, inspiration. Both of them are in earth signs. So this is going to really help you get things done. Practical, logical thinking, methodical ways of doing things, ideas, inspiration, things that you are doing are going to be lasting, or that they've been on your to-do list for a while and you just need to get them done. So this is lovely kind of cleaning energy, organizing energy, putting things, kind of the word that I was thinking of is like Rubbermaid containers, getting things sorted that you might have in your garage, cleaning out the garage. Good idea for this day as well. This is a great day for big ideas, visioning, manifestation. Our thoughts are open to progressive ideas, to expand our horizons, and we want to make wonderful connections with people that are similar on journeys that we are going on. So we will want to ground into reality's ways to get to our goals and plan to manifest our reality into our desires into reality. Sorry. So I'm feeling this retrograde, but anyways, so there's this definitely feeling of lots of good ideas and big things. The propensity here will be to get a lot of things done and accomplished and might have a lot of ideas. The warning here is not to try to make everything happen all at once, to really be mindful, because remember that it's a dark time of the moon now. You're not going to have a lot of energy, although you might if you're in your sort of your moon cycle time. This might be a time of a lot of energy in your personal cycle, but just being careful not to, again, that overcommit energy. Okay. And then Thursday, August 10th, there's not any major aspects on this day, but the moon did catch my eye once again, that there can be this kind of frustration aspect on this day of head versus heart, where you're wanting to do something, but your heart wants to be free or go do something else, or you can be frustrated that things aren't moving ahead in the ways that you want it to. We are in Mercury's shadow. So it's not a time to really get a whole bunch of things started and accomplished, although you might with this, Mercury trine to Jupiter energy. And it's also a time to just be really discerning with what you are using your resources towards. Really good energy idea. All right. And then the last aspect for this week is October. Oh my gosh. Sunday, August 13th. You can tell that I include all the realness in these forecasts because I don't believe in trying to show up perfect or, polished. This is me. And my Mercury is going through an aspect right now where the words that are in here aren't really translating to here, and it will change. And then we're going to go into retrograde, and it's not going to. But you get to see all of it as you follow the astrology journey, my journey, and you're here. So on this, and I hope it gives you permission to just show up as you authentically are, right? It's truth, it's reality. No one's expecting you to be perfect. I feel like that's for somebody on here. All right, Sunday, August 13th, we have the Sun conjunct Venus retrograde. So this is a really important time in the astrology because now she moves from evening star to morning star. So she's now kind of moving, the sun is moving ahead of her, which means she's going to be rising and then the sun will be rising. So you'll see the sun, you'll see Venus, and then you'll see the sun. So she becomes a morning star. So this is a really pivotal time in the Venus retrograde because she's now sort of coming to sit with the sun, and then she's going to be slower than the sun, so she's going to be rising before it, calling morning star. So when she moves from an evening star to a morning star, it's a time where, and the way that I was taught it is she becomes a little bit more volatile, if you will. We experience the relationship or the energy of Venus, and then we experience the sun. So it's almost like you get the lesson before you know what the lesson was, right? There's a theory out there. There's a lot of wars started under a morning star. We become just a little bit more irritable. And of course, Venus is retrograde. So it's a time now where we're really getting clear on who we are and what are our values, right? Venus rules values. And in Leo, she is dramatic. She wants to be seen. She is a heart of gold, right? She really is. Her heart wants to be seen. She wants to be adored. She wants gratitude. She wants to be appreciated. She wants to be acknowledged. And so when we have this Venus coming to conjunct the sun, which is our identity, our vitality, how we shine our light, we now are kind of aligning with our values. And in retrograde, we are reviewing, reassessing, realigning our lives to match our values. And it's okay to outgrow values. It's okay to understand that what you used to value is no longer relevant now. That's part of life. That's part of your evolution. But how often do we take an inventory of our values? Not very often, right? I mean, you're just kind of going through life. And then at some point you're like, wait, I don't actually value going out with people for the sake of going out with people, or going on trips because they're given to me, or doing things that really aren't on alignment with me anymore. And it's okay to understand that part of you has changed and shifted. And if that's the case for you, it's a time now to really sit down and do what is an inventory of your values. What do you truly value now? What are your top 4 values? And if you're not sure what values are out there, you can Google a list of values, and literally there are like lists of hundreds of values out there. So my top value is love. I value love. I value compassion. I value non-judgment. I value connection and community. I value family. And if I were to kind of list those all in an order, family and love will be on the top of my list. So, and compassion. And that's, and do I align with compassion every time I see something on TV that makes me go, or someone is going slow in the fast lane? I try. right? I try. I'm human. I am human. And I also realize that the world is always reflecting back to me a part of myself that I don't like. So, how can I see that and love that part of me even more? Give compassion to that part of me, to dig into why that part of me feels that way. What is that? Right? I know for a fact that I value rules and law. And so when someone is going slow in the fast lane, I'm like, there's a reason the rule exists. And so people can go past you. You're clogging up traffic. You're being inconsiderate. And I have a huge considerate wound about being hyper considerate, trying to be and feel like I'm meeting everyone's needs before they even know that they need it. Right. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. So I send a lot of love to that person in the fast lane, and I intention that they're either going to move out of the way or the universe will create a hole for me to go around them. And everything always works out in the end. They don't even know, I think, half the time that they're doing that. Anyways, I digress. So today is a day to really get clear on your desires and what you want in relationships. You're going to be tested to see if you're truly living in alignment with your values. This is also a great time to rethink and review your relationship with money. Money, self-worth, asking for what you want in life, and also to receive and be supported, right? You can't always be giving and supporting others. Where do you receive help? Where do you allow others to give to you so they can feel good, right? And that you're not micromanaging other people's needs. You're allowing them to have their needs. And I was saying this to my kid, you're allowing people to feel disappointed, right? If you don't do the thing that they ask, like my kid's in a sports camp right now. And on the first day of the sports camp, he said I was not great. And he said I could feel when my team was let down because I didn't get the ball and I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I'm like, they're allowed to feel disappointed. You're growing. And if they feel like they don't grow and they don't have that kind of compassion for themselves, they will. So it's okay for people to feel disappointed with you. That doesn't mean anything about you. They're allowed to have their experiences of you. Oof, right? I wish someone had told me that when I was a kid. And, it's a lesson that we all have to learn at some point. So even if my mom had said that, maybe I wouldn't have internalized it, right? It's not my mom's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's one of my lessons that I have to learn. So, a lesson for you in this week. So, I'm wishing you a wonderful August week. And as we build to that beautiful new moon in Leo, honor if your energy feels like it's waning, that you're kind of tired, that you're not really having a lot of energy for people's antics, people driving slow in the fast lane. And send compassion, put on some tunes that soothe your soul, and just notice how the world is reflecting back to you and what is the opportunity for learning. That's it. So remember, not all shadow work and not all healing. Can we also have some fun and joy? Leo season, we're having fun and joy, right? It's not all just hard work because that'll come with Virgo season. We got plenty of time for that. Enjoy the summer. Have a good one. I will see you next week.